In a city of towering giants and forgotten alleys, Chicago held a woman as unyielding as its steel skyline. Evelyn Rose Harper. She built a construction empire from nothing, ruling it with an iron fist. But 6 months ago, her world shattered. A helicopter crash. The diagnosis: paralyzed from the waist down. The strongest woman in the boardroom was now trapped in a body that wouldn't obey. Europe's best doctors, millions spent all for nothing. The verdict was final. Back in her Chicago mansion, surrounded by opulence, Evelyn was a prisoner. Her wheelchair, both a throne and a cage. Bitterness became her closest companion, pushing away everyone who tried to get near. One night, fueled by a desperate need to prove she still mattered, she forced herself to dine at the city's most exclusive restaurant. It was a display of defiance, a challenge to fate. And fate answered. Outside, a boy stood under the city lights. Lucas. His clothes were tattered, his face smudged with grime, but his eyes held a calm that was almost unnerving. He didn't ask for money. He simply asked for the food she hadn't touched. Intrigued and a little annoyed, Evelyn handed over the lavish leftovers. In return, Lucas offered something impossible. He looked at her at the wheelchair and said he could help her regain control of her body. Evelyn, with nothing left to lose, and even less to believe in, took the chance. What happened next in her gilded mansion wasn't therapy, it was a battle. Lucas wasn't the healer. He was the messenger. The real knowledge came from his father, Michael Stone. A brilliant neuroscientist once celebrated, now living in obscurity, erased by a system that had failed him. Michael's methods were brutal. He replaced comfort with excruciating pain, pity with relentless discipline. He pushed Evelyn past every limit she thought she had. Days bled into weeks of agony, of screaming, of wanting to give up. She fought him. She fought herself. She fought the despair that threatened to swallow her whole. And then, through the fire and the fury, a flicker, twitch, a spark of sensation in a limb that had been silent for months. Her body slowly, painfully, began to answer. It was a miracle born not of gentle care, but of sheer, stubborn will. First a toe moved, then a foot. Weeks later, with sweat and tears as her witnesses, Evelyn stood on her own 2 feet, and not long after, she walked. She walked straight into a shareholders' meeting, the click of her heels on the marble floor, a thunderous declaration. She wasn't just reclaiming her company, she was reclaiming her life. Her first mission was to find them. She found Lucas and Michael living in poverty on the edge of the city, their genius hidden in the shadows. That day, Evelyn decided to build something far greater than skyscrapers. Together, they founded a state-of-the-art rehabilitation clinic, a sanctuary for those the world had given up on, a place where hope was the primary medicine. Years passed. Evelyn made a full recovery, her strength matched only by her newfound compassion. Michael Stone's name was cleared, his groundbreaking work finally recognized. And Lucas, the street boy with the fearless eyes, went on to become a doctor, healing others as he had helped heal her. Sometimes, Evelyn would look at an old photograph she kept on her desk. It showed a small, dirty boy standing next to a gleaming, golden wheelchair. A reminder that the greatest miracles don't always come wrapped in luxury. They often rise from the humblest of places, carried by faith, forged by stubbornness, and ignited by a single spark of hope. Thank you for watching K for Kindness. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that celebrates the power of the human spirit.